a certain product called Nibima, and I know it's a local name for a medicinal plant, which is going to another phase of clinical trial, which we are hoping that I don't know it will come as successful in the managing of COVID-19. I don't know how true it is, and I believe you have heard it. So at here Center for Plant Medicine Research too, I've heard that this plant is used in medications over here. So as someone at the plant development department, this news, how do you take it and how do you see it? Is it something that's going to promote the industry? Is it something that you see a future in it, or something that will just come and I don't know, we don't see any outcome of it? Like how do you see this information from the FDA?
Okay, so thank you for this question. This is a positive news for the industry on the whole, because the whole world is struggling with COVID-19. It is causing mess all around to businesses, economy, and whole lots we can think of. And it is very interesting to know that Nibima or Cryptolepis songonolenta has some antiviral properties, and it is being investigated into. So as we heard, it has passed the first phase of clinical trial, and FDA has given approval for the research team, that is a collaboration of the KNUST and the Center for Plant Medicine Research, to further investigate into it. But many people predicted before, those around, and so it is not so surprising to some of us, but we hope that it goes far, because we know that even traditionally the plant has been used to treat several kinds of fever. Specifically, the Center for Plant Medicine Research has been using this plant for over 40 years.
Wow.
For more than 40 years to treat malaria. And it works just as the ACTs.
Wow.
Within a week, just as it does, it will clear all the malaria parasites from your system. It works effectively and efficiently. So it is not surprising. And we also know that aside that, it has very wonderful antibacterial properties and antiviral properties. And we hope that this research will go far, because it is going to, as long as we know viral diseases, they are going to live with us forever, even if COVID is no more. So this is a very positive news for the industry, and it is really going to help us.
And I think I want to know from you, people are maybe having some misconception. I don't know whether it is a misconception, but people are assuming that it's a medicine remedy for COVID-19. How true is that one? Since this news came, people have just jumped into conclusion that it's a remedy for COVID-19. People have started like looking for the product. How do you address this issue also?
Okay, so when we want to look at a product, about its efficacy and everything, safety, it has to go through a series of investigation, and I think some of which I mentioned about the clinical trial. Yes, so it will go through the first phase, the second phase, and the rest. Now it is getting to a time that they are using human beings. So after it has successfully been used on human beings, and we have it safe first. Yes, and it is still safe for them, and it is very efficacious against the virus, then we can boldly say that we have a medication or a remedy that is from the Cryptolepis songonolenta against the disease. But as the research is ongoing, we can't boldly say that we have a remedy. We just hope that, as optimistic we are, we just hope that the research will go far and come up with a very effective result. So from there we can boast and boldly say that we have a medication. Yes. So for now, people should stay calm. Let's all pray into it And yeah.
Thank you so much. We want to hear your final words about the industry, about the future, about the whole thing. Like, what's your final words to everybody listening to you or watching you?
Okay. So maybe before I say final words about the industry and the prospects, yeah, I just want to introduce just some 5 plants.
Okay.
Yes, and tell you something little. So the first one I want to talk about is the it's Momodica charantia. Okay. Yes, this is a very common plant in Ghana. Now, if you want to know when there is instrument or instrument, you realize that they put it around people in the palanquin, and they believe that it is able to drive away evil spirits and other things. This plant has been used traditionally to treat abnormal pains, to manage diabetes, and as a very wonderful detoxifier. Yeah, so it is a very good plant. Now the next one I want to mention is the Croton membranaceous. Croton membranaceous is a very wonderful plant. Yes, the Center for Plant Medicine Research has been using this plant for over 30 years.
30 years?
Yes, over 30 years, more
over
than
30 years.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes, we have a product out of it. It's called Euro 500, and this plant works magic against prostate enlargement. I know people go through painful treatment, including surgeries, yes, to have their prostate reduced. Yes, and the plant does so well against it. Yeah. I also want to mention Lithium multiflora. It is also being used as a stress reliever and for mild hypertension. Then we also have Bridelia ferrugini. Lithium multiflora and Bridelia ferrugini, the Center for Plant Medicine Research has a product out of it. They are all in a tea form. The Bridelia is used to manage diabetes, the Lipia for mild hypertension. Yeah. Then maybe lastly the Cryptolepis sanguinolenta, which we already talked about. Yes. So it is currently being used against fever, malaria fever. Yes. And I believe that this plant is a blessing to us. So for the industry has a bright future, as I always say. Yes, because the orthodox medicines are getting a lot of resistance, and every scientist is faced with the challenge of looking for alternatives or more powerful remedies that will be able to stand this resistance from the pathogens. And the herbal industry is a promising area to look at. If all will come together, let's investigate into the herbal medicine. Let's appreciate what God has given to us. The industry has a bright future. Yes, no matter what we do, God created these things for us, and we will still come back to them. Even though the orthodox medicine, they were all extracted from this natural thing. When we are facing a challenge, when we have hit, we will still come back to the natural one. So the industry has a bright future. Yeah.
That's really wonderful. Thank you so much, Mr. Peter Fosu, for such
the name is Atta AJ Jr.
Okay, Atta AJ Jr. So it's been a blessing and very educative content for us today. And I believe that as you are watching us, you have learned something, and it has been so much of educative interview for you. So in order not to miss some of the future interviews that will be coming out, we are telling you to subscribe to our channels or follow us on our social media platform at Rafa Ghana, so that you don't miss any of these educative interviews. So I hope you have learned something so much more, and we hope to see you next time. So have a wonderful time, and bye bye.